this before on another animation, but when you're doing a story that's so reliant on text, you really want to make sure it's up there long enough for people to read it. And that was a bit of an issue I had with this one. There was so much text and it was going by so fast. It was a little hard to grasp what was going on. I also had a tad issue with the lighting. It was very dark, and having that gray character against the dark background, it was just kind of hard to parse what was going on during some of it. I do appreciate the character designs. I think, you know, robots are fun, and this was like a very unique looking robot. I see what they're going for and with the prompt, and I think that came across. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that the visual design and the animation aspect of it was really interesting. I do agree that with it was difficult to parse here and there. The text got in the way, and to the extent that I stopped reading the text because I wanted to focus on the visual story. And at the point where I stopped reading the text to focus on the visual story, I felt like I wasn't losing anything by not reading the text because the whole story was there visually. So the thought that strikes me is maybe like simplifying that, or not having, at least not having that much text that is, you're almost like reading the story. I think probably the story would tell itself without it, or with a very, very tiny little bit of it. But I thought that it was nicely, paced, and I thought there were elements of like of really evocative visual design and character work. So